Aaron Rodgers is willing and already starting to mentor Will Howard into the next great Pittsburgh Steelers franchise quarterback. So, in this video, Will Howard describes how Aaron Rodgers has already started to help him in his development, and Aaron Rodgers describes how he will help Will Howard every step of the way this season. But first, before I get more into it, however, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right into it. So, Will Howard, the 6th round rookie quarterback, couldn't be in a better position for this upcoming season. Obviously, as a player, you want to start right away, but the Steelers made it notable that he wouldn't be the starter and that he would have to sit behind Mason Rudolph. Well, now the Steelers bring in Aaron Rodgers, and now he gets to learn from the 4-time MVP of the league, the 1-time Super Bowl champion, the 1-time Super Bowl MVP. Now he gets to learn from the guy who's done it all for 2 decades in this league, Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is actually willing to be the teacher, the mentor to Will Howard and help him in his development. He couldn't be in a better position. And now Will Howard has described that their lockers are right next to each other, that they're in the medians right next to each other, and that Aaron Rodgers has already actually started to help him in his development with his footwork and things of that nature. So let's get into Will Howard's quote describing how Aaron Rodgers has already started to help him. So here it is. He's a great mentor, has already treated me with the utmost respect, and just been really good to me. And a guy like that, he doesn't have to do that. So I really just appreciate him being willing to take me under his wing a little bit and give me pointers and tips here and there. There's already some things he said to me that have already helped me. So I'm just excited to learn as much as I can from a guy and take everything he says and put it in the bank. He told me on my 5-step drops, hey, don't get too wide on the top of your drop. Keep your base a little tighter just so you can generate more force. And that was just something he said yesterday that already helped me out today. Out there on the field, I could tell that was an impact for me. End quote. So that's not just it though, because Aaron Rodgers is new to this team. So even though Aaron Rodgers is helping mentor Will Howard with all the football stuff, there's still some stuff in the playbook that Will Howard could help the veteran with, and they could become close in that nature. Because Will Howard said, and I quote, "We found ourselves sitting next to each other in the unit meeting. It was pretty cool. It was day 1, and obviously there was some new things that we threw in, and he's asking me, hey, what's this again? I'm telling him, and I'm like, what is going on right now? This is crazy. I'm telling Aaron Rodgers." End quote. So, because Will Howard is helping out Aaron Rodgers, this could become a close friendship relationship on the football field and in the meeting room where Will Howard helps Aaron Rodgers at the beginning, but Aaron Rodgers helps Will Howard in the long term, and they become close and mentor like that. So Aaron Rodgers, he's asking questions, but Will Howard's also receiving some input as well from the guy who's done it all. So Aaron Rodgers, it seems as though he's willing to step up into the mentor role, and it's going to really help Will Howard into the next long-term quarterback for the Steelers if it all goes well. So now let's move over to Aaron Rodgers and how he feels about helping out the kid, because he still has to step up into that role. And is he willing to do it? Well, let's take a look. Because Aaron Rodgers said this on Will Howard. "Will's a good kid. Thought he looked good today. I'm going to be with him every single day and every single meeting. I'm going to help him out as much as I can. Will's a good kid. We've got to talk about it a little bit. I thought he did really well today. You know, he seems pretty bright. Not too big for him. Going through the progressions really well. But yeah, I'm going to be with him every single day in every single meeting. Found my seat next to him today in the offensive meeting. Whether or not that sticks, right next to Will Howard. So I'm going to help him out as much as I can." End quote. So it seems as though Aaron Rodgers is willing to help him. And that's a great sign. because some quarterbacks, the veterans in this league, look at the younger players as a threat to their job. But Aaron Rodgers knows this is probably his final season in the NFL and might as well help out a player that's underneath you and help him grow into this league. You look at what he kind of did with Jordan Love. Jordan Love learned from Aaron Rodgers, sat behind him for a long time, and now he's a superstar in this league. So hopefully the same thing could happen for Will Howard here. And to be honest with you, Will Howard, he said that Aaron Rodgers basically said to him some few pointers here and there, and Aaron Rodgers said to Will Howard that he doesn't want to overstep his boundary in terms of overdoing it and teaching him, and that he basically let him know, hey, if I'm overstepping, let me know. I'll stop. And Will Howard said to Aaron Rodgers, basically, no, tell me everything. I want to learn. I want to know everything that you want from me, that you think I can improve on. So let me know what you see. So Will Howard described that to the media, that Aaron Rodgers is not trying to overstep, but Will Howard wants him to overstep, wants every single piece of knowledge. And when you want that as a young kid in this league, that's only going to help you. If you're willing to learn like Will Howard is willing to learn, and it doesn't matter if someone's overstepping or if they keep telling you over and over, then that's a good thing. Because some people can have huge egos, but as a 6th round pick, you kind of need to let that go, and Will Howard has let that go. You've seen him do it at Ohio State, win a state championship, and he's hoping to do the same thing in the NFL. Win. He's a winner, and he's willing to learn. So that's a great sign of respect towards Aaron Rodgers, but just a great general aspect and characteristic overall for Will Howard in his development. So, Aaron Rodgers, Will Howard, they're always next to each other. Even on the practice field, in all the clips that you see Will Howard watching Aaron Rodgers as he goes through the motions of practice, through his camp drills. So he's going to be able to see him every step of the way, whether that's on the field, off the field, and hopefully he's able to turn out something like Aaron Rodgers in terms of how great Aaron Rodgers was during his career. So Will Howard, there wasn't much expectations for him in a 6th round player. 6th round players aren't usually looked at as high value or someone who's going to develop into a superstar, but there's something different about Will Howard that all Steeler Nation sees. Steeler Nation sees something in him that he can be the next quarterback of this Pittsburgh Steelers team for a long time because of the success he's had at college and just because of his attitude, his demeanor, and his capabilities on the football field. So there's something special about him, even though he is a later draft pick, that we all see, and we just want to see him be given a chance. It's not going to be this season, because even if Aaron Rodgers goes down with an injury, Mason Rudolph will still step in, and he'll probably just be the emergency guy. He's probably going to be inactive on game days. So you look at Will Howard, and next season is a season to step up and gather everything that he learned and put it to work on the football field. So this is a developmental year for Will Howard. Art Rooney already said it in his press conference, saying that they drafted a quarterback this year to sit. And Mike Tomlin has said that practice is needed for guys like Will Howard, a rookie. So Will Howard, Aaron Rodgers, let's hope this mentorship goes really well. Will Howard is someone who's already learning from Aaron Rodgers, and just in the past month as well, when he got drafted, when he went on Big Ben's podcast, he said Big Ben was giving him some motivation, was giving him some help on a few things here and there. So he's already developing a relationship with Aaron Rodgers, who just signed, but he's already talked to Big Ben Roethlisberger as well about a few little things here and there. So he's willing and already starting to learn from 2 great all-time NFL quarterbacks in this league, and that's a good thing. But that's in this video, however. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers willing to mentor a rookie quarterback in Will Howard into the next Steelers' great franchise quarterback. Do you believe that it will help him in his development? And do you like to see that, or do you not? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this topic, and also Will Howard being ready and willing to learn from other people. Is that a good sign? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis reports, everything surrounding this team. I've covered it this offseason. I'll continue covering it as we head into training camp here shortly with all the highlights and analysis on that when time's due. Also, every new player we sign, every new rumor will be covered. So this is the best spot for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and football. So stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, turn notifications. And until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. That's it for me. I'm out. Peace.